Hello guys, and welcome back to Joe's Ventures. And today, we've got a really cool video going on here. We've got the latest Planet Zoo DLC announcement trailer, and we're going to talk about what's in this wonderful pack. And I'm actually really didn't expect this pack, and I think it's actually a really good one. So instead of doing the kind of continent biomes and things like that, we have got the Wetland Animal Pack. So it's going to be a bunch of animals that live in wetland habitats, so that really opens up a lot of the world. It's just more biome based, so you can have animals from all over the world. And again, it's an animal pack, so we've got a lot of animals in this pack, and we'll go through that soon. But first, we're going to watch a little bit of the trailer and talk about some of the wonderful animals we got. So we see that simulation runs wild. This pack will be coming on the 12th of April. So really excited to see that happening. Let's have a look at some of the one-up animals we got. We are going to go just quickly through here. We've got ourselves a wonderful capybara. Look at these wonderful guys. I know they've been like the most requested animal in the meta wish list, but it's really nice to see them finally in game. And then we see that's our first animal. We've got also the wonderful platypus here. So let's see if we can get one of a single shot. There we are. There's a wonderful platypus. Australian animals. We've got some South Americans, some Australian animals as well. I think that's the real benefit of these wetlands or like biome theme packs. You can really fill out the rest of the world. It doesn't have to be kind of held to one continent. You can have animals from Australia, because we haven't really had many Australian animals since the Australia pack, and it's cool that we finally got a platypus. Everyone loves platypus. Egg-laying mammals, good old monotremes. We also got capybaras, everyone's favorite, world's largest rodent from South America. And then here we'll have a better shot of this guy. This is the wild water buffalo, which I think is a cool pick because A, it's an endangered species, and B, it's much larger than the domestic water buffalo. I think it's cool that we're covering endangered species. I know some people have been talking about, I kind of wish it was the domestic one because it kind of fit with the llama and it'd be like more domestic animals, more petting zoo. But I like that they went with the wild one because it's an endangered species and it kind of talks about the plight of that. I'm always a big fan of talking about species that are endangered or things like that. So I think it's cool that we get to learn about the wild water buffalo. Plus, it's the larger, more oppressive kind of version of it, you could say. This is the wild type. And we can have a look there. There's some more pictures of the capybara. Wonderful mum and her babies. Capybaras are so cute. And you can see one detail that I'll go back here. One detail I really like is that they put the sweat gland or the scent gland that they have on their nose here. So that's a really interesting detail that they put in. So really cool. And then we can see, here's a better picture of our wild water buffalo. You can see they're quite a bit different than your more typical domestic water buffalo. They kind of have a little bit more longer horns. They're quite a bit larger. They've got a little bit more yellowish to their underside. Really beautiful. I'm glad we're getting a big bovid because haven't really had too many big animals like a big bovid. I was really keen to get a gar in like the Southeast Asian pack or potentially in like a rainforest pack because gar are just such a cool animal. They've got they look so muscular, and I think that was just really cool to have an animal like that. But it's really cool that we're finally getting a Asian bovid. Really awesome. Really fleshes out the Asian pack or the Asian area, so you can have more Asian stuff in your zoos. There's another wonderful picture of Mama Capybara and her babies. Really adorable. And then we see here our final shot here of the duck-billed platypus. So really cool to see these guys. And there's also, where's the shot in here? There's a shot of, here we are. The shot here, this is the Nile Lechwe, which is a really cool antelope from obviously the Nile. They like to hang around water, so another cool pick. Another African antelope. And then we have here the Asian small-clawed otter, which is kind of a smaller, more common zoo counterpart to the giant otter, which I think is a very good animal that we're getting. So yeah, really awesome. So now we're going to move on to the form post, and we're going to be looking at the Steam post. So we have got Planet Zoo Wetland Packs arriving the 12th of April. So hey y'all, zookeepers, We're glad you've had fun with our educator video and the 1.9 update announcement. If you tuned into the special live stream yesterday, you may have caught a few hints about what we've got for you today. Join us to celebrate water and how indispensable to life this spring. So it's how it's indispensable. So it's how necessary. So we're going to welcome these new animals, 8 new animals from across the wetlands in the new Planet Zoo Wetland Animal Pack. Coming to you 12th of April alongside the free 1.9 update. So this is animals from all across the world, and I think they made some really, really good picks here. So you're sure to have fun with none other than the lovable capybara, everyone's favorite. This is the most voted animal. Really good that we finally get capybaras. The oddity that is the platypus. Really cool to see another Australian animal coming, especially as a wetland animal. The adorable Asian small-clawed otter, another really cool animal, a smaller counterpart to that. It's kind of the African penguin to the king penguin, because king penguins are more famous, but they're not that common in zoos. African penguins can also be housed outdoors as well, so they tend to kind of more common in zoos for the most part. So it's kind of that component, since giant otters tend to be more rare in zoos, and Asian small-clawed otters are almost in every zoo because they're cute and they're small and easy to manage. We've also got the stealthy spectacled caiman, another really good caiman. I'm a big fan of that. Kind of a larger version of the Cuvier's dwarf caiman. A really cool animal. We've got the sturdy wild water buffalo, I mentioned before. Really cool conservation point as well, and just a really cool that we get a big bovid. And now we've got our first bird from a pack. We have got the red-crowned crane, so I'm really excited that we're getting not the first bird, but we got another bird. We've got the cassowary, now we've got a crane. I'm really excited to see more birds. As you know, I'm kind of a bird lover, so I'm really excited to see more of that. And the Nile Lechwe, so that's the antelope that we saw bounding about. Really cool animals. And you can also entice your guests with a new exhibit animal, the smallest of its species, the Danube Crested Newt. So another cool little newt. More amphibians is also good. We've had quite a few amphibians recently, I think. We had, what was the one? We had the Africa pack, had the dung beetle, then we had the North American pack, that was the North American pack had the bullfrog, and then we had the salamander, the fire salamander, and now we have the crested newt. So we've got quite a lot of amphibians coming, so that's always awesome. And I really like how we've got a great variety from all across the world. See, we've got two animals from South America with the capybara and the spectacled caiman. We've got an Australian animal with the platypus. We've also got a couple of Asian animals with the Asian small-clawed otter and the wild buffalo, water buffalo. And then we've got the red-crowned crane and the Nile Lechwe as African animals. And then we've got the Danube Crested Newt as a European animal. So really all the world's covered, and I'm really a big fan of that. So talking about it as well, you'll also have new and some enrichments to help celebrate your new animal friends. Your capybaras live their best life as they indulge and soak in the new hot water tap. Spruce your underwater areas with this new small underwater feeder and underwater buoy, and have a splash in the sun with a new natural water jet. So really, really cool new enrichment. So it seems like just like the macaques, these guys will be able to use the hot water tap. And we will have underwater feeders and underwater buoys as well. So we've got this little expansion to water. And also have the new water jet as well, so it's really cool. And they're also bringing us a new time scenario, this time in the Pantanal in Brazil. So help rescue animals who can't return home into the wild. They're forever home with this high welfare requirement challenge. So these guys, as mentioned in 1.9, our new update will bring Sue some behavioral changes. So the new bathing behaviors, or the new bathing behaviors that got the macaques have got them, will be enjoyed by the water-loving capybara, and the burrowing behaviors will be expanded into the platypus. So that's really cool. I wonder if it will actually, I don't know if it'll be expanded to the otter, because I know otters sometimes do dig burrows, but it's cool to getting the platypus, because platypus, I think it's another reason to make it really unique. It's just really cool that we finally get platypus, a really cool animal. And the Planet Zoo Wetland Pack will be available for purchase at $7.99 pounds, or 99 USD, 9.99 USD, or I don't know the other currency. So it'll be on Steam on the 12th of April. I want to be one of the first to know. Make sure you wishlist it on Steam, of course. And don't forget you need to own Planet Zoo to have this. And In the run-up to launch, the animals will make an appearance in the social media feed and give you some care tips, tune into use how you can use the wetlands to enrich their lives, and a closer look at what's to come. So that's really, really cool. I'm really excited to see the capybara. And we're going to have a look at the Steam page so we can see some more pictures of the wonderful guys here. So, I think this is kind of wrong. There's an issue. Oh, we can have a look here. There we are. There we are. So here's the wonderful capybara. We just saw this image before. Another image of the platypus. Really, really awesome. I think it's a picture of the scenario. Another wonderful picture of the capybara. It's really cool because they're quite friendly to people and most other animals. They can be aggressive to each other sometimes, but it's cool. A lot of zoos will have them available for people to pet and things like that. So it's cool to see them as a walk-through animal as well. Though I don't know why anteaters are. And then we have a wonderful picture of the wild water buffalo, and you can see how impressive that looks. I'm a big fan of that. I really like how that short fur came out and the lighter underside, and the detail on the horns is really, really awesome. Big fan of that. So we can see it's about 13 days, the 12th of April. Probably about the 13th of April for me, but whatever. So we can have a look at the content here. Where there is water, there is life. Discover the richness of the wetlands with the Planet Zoo Wetland Animal Pack to embrace 8 diverse new species. So this highly requested animals are comprised of 7 different habitat species and 1 exhibit amphibian, including the adorable capybara, and talk about the water buffalo and all that. Please welcome these 8 incredible species in the zoo. This is many of the community's most requested animals, such as the capybara, the platypus, the Asian small-clawed otter, spectacled caiman, Nile Lechwe, wild buffalo, red-crowned crane, and the Danube Crested Newt. So a lot of these are kind of in the meta wish list. I believe the capybara was first, once the rhino kind of was in the game. So it's really cool that they're using that list, and then not just following that list to a T. I like that they're adding some kind of underrated picks. I think that's really, really cool, because I don't want just headliners all the time. Like capybaras, platypuses, and buffaloes are basically like the perfect headliners, and then you can have all sorts of cool little animals to go with it. So I'm really happy this is a great pack. So bring these fan favorite animals into your existing zoos or build entirely new ones. Create stunning habitats specifically designed to reflect their natural surroundings, and invite your guests on an exciting journey of discovery as you learn more about these 8 wetland wonders. Really awesome. So all new animations. You'll love watching new animals make themselves at home. De-stress alongside the capybara as a luxuriate in the new hot water tap enrichment item, and catch a rare glimpse of the platypus on a deep water dive. Marvel at the aquatic Perennettes of the graceful Asian small-clawed otter, and watch the red-crowned crane's mating dance. I'm really excited to be getting another bird. From large bovids as in the wild water buffalo to diminutive amphibians such as the Danube Crested Newt, each species in the pack has its own unique relationship with the marshy waters of their homeland as an essential part of its local environment. So yeah, really, really cool that we're getting these wonderful animals. We're also getting a thrilling new scenario. So head on to the rich and vibrant Brazil as you test your zoo running skills on the world's largest wetland. So here you'll find an animal sanctuary aiming to rescue struggling species, learn the enterprise of helping hand, take over management duties, adopt and care for new arrivals as you nurture them through their entire life cycle and help them thrive. In order to run a successful modern zoo, you'll need to delight and entertain your visitors, educate them on animal welfare, and fulfill their expectations. Do you have what it takes to give your new animals a new forever home? So yeah, really, really awesome. So a lot of other packs as well. So you're seeing here, come on the 12th of April, about 13 days. And yeah, I think this is one of the better packs. I'm really glad that they're expanding into the kind of biomes, just as I mentioned, because we get a lot more variety of different species now filling gaps. Because if this was just like South America, we'd get lots of South American animals, but we wouldn't be getting the platypus. And I feel like there's a lot of animals from Australia, for example, that are missing. Also South America. Greater Asia would be a really great place to explore with the like Przewalski's horses and different antelopes that live there. Also, India is a cool place. You could have gaur and sloth bears. In South America, you could have spectacled bears, and Australia, Tasmanian devils, and wombats, and all those wonderful animals. So I'm really excited that they're taking the community's input and really creating something that we want to buy. and really expanding. I just honestly, I kind of hope that they just keep running and running, because Planet Zoo seems to be the best running game. There's like so many more players than Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2 and Planet Coaster. It's kind of their hit. So I really hope they expand this into the future and really give us like a zoo game that'll be like the definitive zoo game for the next 10, 15 years. So I'm really, really, really excited to play this pack, and obviously be showing you all the animals and all that when we get a chance. So yeah, I really, really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like and subscribe. Always remember to hit the little bell icon to get notified of anything. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and bye-bye.